welcome to Nationwide, reaching you from Abuja. I'm Ayodeji Makinde. Thanks for joining us. Flight operations have fully resumed at the Ilorin International Airport after more than 24 hours of standstill following a tire burst of Air Peace aircraft while taxiing. The incident, which occurred last Friday, led to a misinformation which generated panic of a plane crash. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya has the details.
This is Ilorin International Airport, where it was rumored that a plane crashed. Although the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria confirmed an incident that occurred at 10 a.m. on Friday, 23rd of this month, involving Air Peace B73750, in which the plane had a burst tire on landing roll, but all the 66 passengers and 6 crew on board were disembarked without any issue. The head of corporate affairs, Ilorin International Airport, Adeyeoluwa Kayode, said the aircraft was given prompt attention, leaving no room for fear.
No crash. Nothing happened to any of the passengers. Every passenger was held and healthy. Everybody alighted from the aircraft safely and peacefully, and they left and they departed. I can tell you this morning that Air Peace have departed this morning, and they are still coming back. They are going to do 2 flights in and out, both Abuja and Lagos, from what I heard.
Meanwhile, the Accident Investigation Bureau, in a statement confirming the incident, said the Bureau decided not to investigate the incident as a tire burst is one of the few issues of an aircraft that has to be dealt with once in a while. As at the time NTA News was at the airport on Sunday morning, airport premises was full with people boarding from Ilorin to Abuja, while an aircraft was also landing to pick up passengers. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria therefore debunked the rumor of a plane crash in Ilorin International Airport, as no such incident happened, and called on Nigerians, especially media organizations, to always verify information in order not to misinform the general public. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya, NTA News.
Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Ogbonaya Onu, has admonished Nigerians not to relent in having faith in the country's bright future and hold on to patriotism as a virtue. The minister made the appeal when he received the Leadership newspaper group on the courtesy visits in Abuja.
We must at all times continue to raise very high the flag of hope, the flag of commitment, the flag of honesty, the flag of determination. You see, when we raise down all these flags up, then it means that there is nothing really that we want to achieve that we cannot achieve. And that no matter the problems we have today in the country, that we can overcome these problems, that we will overcome these problems. You know, so we are at that stage in our country where we need to show this special love for our nation and know that the future of our country is in our own hands.
He commended the contribution of Leadership newspaper for their contribution to nation building and assured them that the ministry is ready to partner with them in creativity for the development of the nation. Moving on now, the federal government has approved the extension of deadline for NIN SIM data verification to 31st October 2021. A joint statement by Head Corporate Communications of NIMSI, Kayode Adegoke, and Director Public Affairs, NCC, Ikechukwu Adinde, tells the decision to extend the deadline was made following a request by stakeholders to accommodate registration in hard-to-reach remote areas, foreigners and diplomatic missions, diaspora, and address low enrollments in schools and hospitals as evidenced by enrollment statistics. It also follows a review of the progress of the exercise, which indicates significant progress, hence the need to consolidate the gains of the enrollment and NIN SIM verification process across the country. As at July 24, 2021, there are over 5,500 enrollment systems within and outside the country, and this would significantly ease the NIN enrollment process and subsequent linkage of NIN to SIM. There are now a total of 59.8 million unique NIN enrollments with average of 3 to 4 SIMs per NIN. With the great number of enrollment centers within and outside the country and many more coming up, every citizen, legal residents and Nigerian citizens living in diaspora should be able to obtain their NINs. Let's also tell you that it was a moment of joy for rice farmers in Hadejia and Auyo local government areas of Jigawa State as the federal government hands over the multi-billion Hadejia Valley Gravity Irrigation Project site to 200 farmers to boost all year-round farming. Muhammad Musa Askira reports that Governor Muhammad Badaru Abubakar joined the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, in signing the handing over documents.
It could be recalled that Jigawa State is second to Kebbi in rice cultivation on national scale. To these, beneficiaries of these gravity irrigation sites say the handing over of the irrigationally prepared land is a long-awaited opportunity to realize their farming potentials. While expressing their gratitude to President Muhammadu Buhari for the initiative, the beneficiaries say, with the 6,000 hectares of gravity irrigation land, Hadejia and Auyo local government areas alone can produce rice that can feed the entire nation. To fully realize this potential, the farmers appeal to the government to make fertilizer available for them and provide a lasting solution to annual destruction of rice farm by quilla birds.
We are grateful to God for this. We have accepted it fully. It's now our turn to pay back the rice production. We are ready to feed the country with the handing over of this irrigation land.
Minister of Water Resources and Governor Muhammadu Badaru Abubakar, while urging the beneficiaries to take ownership of the project, also called on them to use the opportunity to drive the federal government's policy towards achieving national food security.
The technical assistance was carefully designed to promote participatory irrigation management by empowering the farming community around trimming project irrigation schemes to assume responsibility for ownership of the irrigation and drainage systems around their farm plots, including financial and administrative accountability thereof.
The farmers will not need water pumps, they will not need petrol or diesel, they will not need engine oil. And on rice cultivation, that amounts to close to 100,000 naira investment that is now not necessary. So there will be savings of about 100,000 per farmer.
We must use our God-given resources to build the economy of this country for the benefit of all.
With these Yamidi and Gari gravity irrigation sites, President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration has so far provided over 8,000 hectares of irrigable land in Jigawa, which Governor Badaru says will attract over 30 billion naira to the farmers annually. From Dutse, Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
Recent flash flood incidents in Europe, Asia, and the United States have resulted in death and catastrophic devastation. To prevent similar impact in Nigeria, the country's Hydrological Services Agency is advising urgent preventive actions before Nigeria's flood gets to the peak. Onengiye Fineface reports.
Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, China, India, among other countries in Europe and Asia are still recovering from the impact of the recent flash floods. This degree of damage caused by the floods in countries said to have better early warning systems and infrastructure worries environmentalists in Nigeria.
Everybody is concerned, and that goes to show the level of the argument that for doubting Thomases that climate change is not fallacious, that is real.
Recent flood incidents in parts of Taraba and Lagos states serve as warning to the country.
They look at the settlements that are within those floodplains. Then you begin to map them out and say, okay, how vulnerable is this area? Like going about measuring the height of those areas and measuring to find out how much they are within the mean sea level. This will help you to be able to understand whether this particular community will be affected by flood or not.
But the worst is yet to come. Director General, Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, Clement Nze, tells me that The peak of Nigeria's flood season is from July to late September.
This is the time you can begin to clean or continue cleaning your drainages. This is the time you can knock off structures that are within the floodplains by the banks of rivers. Where people are. This is the time you can do sensitization program. Sensitize the people that are living within the floodplain. You can do it now and let them be aware that we are getting into the peak of flooding proper.
While the flood cannot be stopped, if the experiences of past years in Nigeria are anything to go by, experts recommend adaptation strategies to minimize its impact. Onengiye Fine Face, NTA News.
28 out of the 121 students of Bethel Baptist School, Kaduna, were recently abducted by bandits, have regained freedom and reunited with their parents. Adamu Sunday reports.
After about 20 days in captivity, these students regained freedom and now reunited with their parents.
I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. Very, very. I never believed I would see her alive.
Before now, a number of the students had escaped from the kidnappers' den, while 80 of them are still in captivity. The parents are praying and hoping that the rest will also regain freedom soon.
I said to you people that these leaders are doing their best, and those I met them this morning, I am in touch with them virtually every hour. Please and please, let us continue. Even if your child is back, we will continue until all the other children come back. The Lord will bless you.
A total of 121 students were abducted from the school by bandits on the 5th of this month in Kaduna. Adamu Sunday, NTA News.
And while we pray for the safe return of the remaining students, let's go over to Lagos now, which is our first port of call on Nationwide. And Michael is ready to give us the top stories from that area. Hello, Michael. It's over to you.
Hello, Ayodeji. Good to see you too. Over the years, technology has been making impacts in the health sector, from diagnosis to treatment and even prevention of ailments. The coronavirus pandemic has given a new face to Medicare, and many developing countries are beginning to embrace the use of technology for consultation. Hinginojan Adams tells us more.
The coronavirus is still mutating and taking various forms. As it mutates, it becomes more aggressive. The Delta variant is an example. It is taking many lives as fast as it can. This battle between the virus and humanity must be won by the latter, and medical experts are working tirelessly to ensure victory. As they try to find a permanent solution to the virus, they are advocating the use of telemedicine or telehealth in handling some health challenges to reduce level of exposure for patients as well as health workers.
Telemedicine is the ability for us to connect providers and patients remotely using video technology or audio technology. So your doctor or your nurse or your pharmacist is able to manage your health without actually being physically in front of you.
Doctors can talk to doctors who can review your case and decide, rather than sending you referrals that can take a long time to do.
Though telemedicine is not recommended for all medical cases, it has become an urgent option for conditions that can be handled through it.
This only works for patients who are able to, who have smartphones, who can do video calling, who have the means to buy the data that is required.
Lagos still remains the epicenter of COVID-19, and the state government is using telemedicine to curb the spread of the virus with the introduction of EcoTelemed, a free health consultation for issues not related to COVID-19. It is expected that Lagos residents will take advantage of this innovation. In Lagos, Hinginojan Adams, NTA News.
Lagos, Africa's business hub, has been bedeviled by insecurity in recent times. One activity that has continued to go unabated is street trading, and Annie Daniel supports that experts are calling for its stoppage.
Like in other states, markets are seen across Lagos metropolis and all characterized by beehive. While some of these markets are in their designated locations, others are not. Ojodu Road is a typical example of a street trading setting in Lagos. Traders and buyers go about transacting businesses by the roadside without minding the dangers.
Many people where car don't keep for you. They don't keep people Sarah. Those Agberu people website that will just stand like this. Motor go just go eat them.
Though present and past administrations have taken steps to dissuade people from this act, but respondents say the trend persists for obvious reasons.
People know that bus stop, they didn't pay too much of money, so their market is cheaper.
Someone that is selling the market that is not to 10,000 naira, you can't afford to rent a shop of 200,000 or 500,000.
The sector commander, Federal Safety Corps Lagos, Segun Ogumemide, points a finger at motorists who, even while in motion, patronize street traders.
If they are not encouraged by the motorists to be picking these items from them, they would desist from getting patronized. They would desist from coming forth. You know, it's even as bad to the extent that they also damage the road to create artificial gridlock for their marketing business to excel.
All my respondents agree to knowing the dangers associated with street trading. For them to stop it, they also say, is by making shops affordable for them, as well as putting in place stringent measures to discourage those who may still want to continue in the act from doing so. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Time for some messages, and when we return, Maiduguri is our next stop. Please stay.
Youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Business to get a chance to enter the 3-week boot camp where final winners will emerge. Admission is free. Age range is 10 to 17 years. Entries open June 28th, 2021 and ends July 17th, 2021. Bootcamp opens August 8th and ends August 28th, 2021. For more information, visit our website www.teacompetition.org, our Facebook page, TA Competition, our Instagram, The Emerging Africa. For inquiries and sponsorship, call 0803-545-8855 or 0817-678-8284.
Officers to the following specially packaged training programs. Basic Directing Techniques. Date 2nd August to 27th August 2021. 4 weeks. New Technologies. Optical Fiber, IP Technologies, Automation Storage Management and Wireless Technology. Date 9th August to 13th August 2021. 1 week. Transmitter Operation and Maintenance. Date 23rd August to 27th August 2021. 1 week. Advanced Broadcast Accounting and Auditing. Date 30th August to 24th September 2021. 4 weeks. Emotional Intelligence for Workplace Efficiency. Date 6th September to 17th September 2021. 2 weeks. The course fee for the 4-week course is 100,000 naira per participant. The fee for the 2-week course is 80,000 naira, while the course fee for the 1-week course is 60,000 naira only. Accommodation inclusive. The venue for all courses is the serene and secure environment of NTA TV College near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos. For more inquiries, please call 0803-079-5335 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College, Jos, training you to be the best you want to be.
We are StarTimes, the most affordable digital pay TV platform with the widest signal coverage in Nigeria, dedicated to bringing the best TV entertainment around the world to your screen. From Hollywood to Bollywood to Nollywood, we offer the most affordable subscription. Enjoy over 75 channels for as low as 1,700 naira, like Nat Geo Wild, BBC, ESPN, and premium sports like Emirates FA Cup, La Liga, Bundesliga, wrestling. What's more exciting? We have the most flexible payment options in Nigeria. Don't dull. Join us now for an exciting journey. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome to Nationwide from Maiduguri. Theatre Commander Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Major General Christopher Musa, has charged troops to dominate their areas of responsibility by denying Boko Haram and Islamic State of West African Province terrorists breathing space in order to ensure total return of normalcy and peace to the Northeast region. The Theatre Commander gave the charge recently during his visit to troops on front lines in Malam Fatori and Damasak areas of northern Borno. Maimuna Garba reports.
The visit by the Theatre Commander Operation Hadinkai Major General Christopher Musa was in continuation of his familiarization tour of troops deployment on front lines in the Northeast Theatre to appraise ongoing operational activities and to motivate them. General Musa visited troops of Sector 3, 68 Battalion and 5 Brigades deployed on the front lines in Malam Faturi and Damasak respectively. Theatre Commander, who was briefed on the operational engagements, logistics and challenges of the battalion by the commanding officer, expressed appreciation to the troops for their selfless sacrifice in the fight against terrorism, tasked them to be more resilient and steadfast in the conduct of their operations. He noted that as border towns between Nigeria and Niger republics, the locations are strategic and must therefore be dominated by the troops, while assuring troops of the Chief of Army Staff's determination to ensure all requisite logistics and support for the successful conduct of the ongoing counter-insurgency war are provided. The theatre commander further urged the troops to remain focused and conduct themselves professionally.
Allowances, your salaries, anybody that has issue, please complain. Any issue on salary and allowances must be treated immediately.
The theatre commander also visited and commiserated with troops wounded in action who attention at the Army Field Infirmary. In Maiduguri, Maimuna Garba, NTA News.
Following series of patrols carried out by the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, 25 suspects have been arrested by the agency suspected to have committed various crimes and recovered dangerous items. The NSCDC's State Commandant Farouk Musa paraded the suspects in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. Here again is Maimuna Garba with the report.
The suspects were paraded before newsmen for extorting money from less privileged members of the society and IDPs, forgery of government grant of right of occupancy, defrauding individuals amounting to 6.6 million naira, burglary and siphoning of diesel from government street light generator plants. Other crimes committed according to the NSCDC State Commandant Farouk Musa were stealing of exhaust catalyst to be processed for intoxicating substance known as junkie, as well as stealing of spare parts in a shop along Bank of the North area popularly referred to as Bola. According to the commandant, 2 suspects were arrested at Abuja Sheraton for terrorizing members of the community who were in possession of dangerous items like knife, machete, sharp horn, and hard drugs.
One Umar Musa Dibal was arrested for a suspected case of land scam, forgery of government grant of right of occupancy, cheating 3 different individuals, amounting to 6,600,000 naira. And a military ID card was found on one Ismaila Garba, alias Dogon Soja.
The commandant assured of NSCDC's relentless effort in securing the citizenry. Meanwhile, 3 persons apprehended dismantling Glow telecommunication mast in Pulka community by personnel of 26 Task Force Brigade were handed over to NSCDC Borno State for further prosecution. Briefing the press, Commandant Farouk Musa disclosed that the suspects claimed to be on contract with Glow for maintenance service and were later caught dismantling the mast. In Maiduguri, Maimuna Garba, NTA News.
Those are the stories from Maiduguri. Nationwide continues in Abuja.
Thank you, Mohammed. Now, let's tell you also nationwide that the Federal High Court sitting in Jalingo has reserved judgments in a suit filed by one Garba Chede of the All Progressives Congress, APC, against the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and 4 others over 2 certificates of return in circulation that are said to be issued by INEC regarding 2019 election for Badli Gasol Federal Constituency of Taraba State. Adamu Haruna Adams reports.
Battle for who legitimately owns mandate of the people of Bali Gasol Federal Constituency still lingers before the Temple of Justice. The applicant, Garba Chede, dragged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, member representing Bali Gasol at House of Representatives, Abdul Salam Gambo Mubarak, Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, and 2 others before the Federal High Court sitting in Jalingo, seeking interpretations of the law regarding legality or otherwise of issuance of 2 certificates of return by the first respondent, INEC, to 2 different persons for the same elective position. Also for determination is whether a person who does not participate in primary and secondary elections can be declared and returned winner of an election. The first respondent, INEC, and the 5th respondent, Abdul Salam Mubarak, filed 6 and 10 grounds respectively to convince the court that the suit is lacking in merit, but the court proceeded to entertain the matter to the end.
There was a judgment of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court did not make any consequential order or relief that certificate of return be issued or a certificate of return be withdrawn. So we wrote to INEC. We say, INEC, can you explain to us the legality why you gave the certificate of return to the 5th respondent? Because we want to be enlightened. If you satisfy us based on our correspondence, we let the matter lie low. But then there was no response from INEC chairman. And then they issued another certificate of return without withdrawing the certificate of return that belongs to my client.
All our duties is to present to the court the document necessary, with the laws necessary, that the court will look into it and interpret it.
Counsel to the 5th respondent, Abdul Salam Mubarak, declined comments. Presiding Judge, Justice Simon Amobida, adjourns the matter for judgment to an indefinite date in Jalingo. Adamu Haruna Adams, NTA News.
Now let's talk some security matters. The National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons has reacted to the activities of some fraudsters involved in illegal recruitment and operation of fake websites targeted at unsuspecting members of the public. A statement by Head Strategic Communications Zachary Usman says the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons is currently not recruiting and has not engaged the services of any individual or recruitment agents to recruit on its behalf, stressing that the information on recruitment circulating on social media is fake. The center notes that the public should be informed that no government agency will demand for payment for any enrollments. In the meantime, efforts to check oil thefts in Imo State is intensifying as the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Imo State Command has confiscated 10,000 liters of adulterated diesel recovered from alleged perpetrators of oil bunkering. Lorita Arinze Egwin reports that some of the suspects who were arrested by officers of the command were paraded by the commandant's NSCDC Imo State Command, Michael Oga.
The increase in oil bunkering activities in some rural communities in Imo State has resulted in increased surveillance by officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Their recent effort resulted in the arrest of these suspects alleged to be involved in oil theft. The suspects, Daberechi Obinale and Lamidi Taufik, were said to have been arrested at Umagwa along Owerri Port Harcourt Road while conveying about 10,000 liters of product suspected to be adulterated diesel loaded in a trailer tanker.
I've been in this business as a boy for 5 months now, but this is my first time of carrying my own.
I don't know whether it's contraband or no contraband because this is my first time doing it. I never do this kind of thing before.
The Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Imo State Command, Michael Oga, while condemning oil theft under any guise, says the command has mapped out strategies to check the activities of vandals.
we will not give them a free ride in Imo State. We shall continue to look for them wherever they are hiding, and whoever is involved in this kind of business, we shall arrest them and prosecute them.
He adds that the suspects will be charged to court after investigation. In Owerri, Loretta Rinzegwim, NTA News.
In another development, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has apprehended chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Ijero local government area of Ekiti State, along with 2 others for alleged trafficking of 52.5 kilograms of skunk in Akure, the Ondo State capital. A statement by Director, Media and Advocacy of the agency. The arrest of suspects followed an intelligence that they were conveying bags of the banned drug in his 1997 model blue Mazda car from Akure to Ekiti State. Similarly, officers of the Benue State Command of the agency have also intercepted another suspected interstate drug trafficker along Apir Road in Makudi with 124,000 tablets of tramadol, diazepam and XO5, all weighing 22.55 kilograms. The suspects arrested, however, claimed another passenger he knows who sat next to him in the vehicle dropped the bag containing the drugs with him and fled upon citing NDLEA officers. Next stop on Nationwide is our Sokoto Network Center where Asmau is standing by. Hello, Asmau. It's good to see you.
Hello, Ayodeji. It's good to see you too. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol has ordered the demolition of the popular Raymond village at Dambo area in Dengeshuni local government of Sokoto State. Tambol gave the directives while on a visit to the area, accompanied by heads of security agencies. Dalhata Abdullahi has the report.
The area followed a recent raid by security operatives and joint patrol ordered by the State Security Council during a meeting held at the Government House, Sokoto. During the raid, more than 140 suspected criminals were arrested by the security operatives in the area as part of efforts to address insecurity in the state. Raymond Village has for decades gained popularity in harboring criminal elements such as drug peddlers, armed robbers, bandits, and prostitutes, among others. Tambol's administration had ordered the first raid on the village in 2016, including the closure of patent medicine shops and the pharmacies engaged in illegal sales of illicit substances, which led to the reduction in criminal activities in the area. Governor Tambol said the residents will be screened to ascertain those living lawfully for relocation.
We will not continue to harbor criminals within us. It's not in the interest of our people. It's not in the interest of every law-abiding citizen. And I don't want any section of this country to misread or misjudge what is going to be done here.
Tambol noted that the action was not targeted at any citizen from any part of the country, but a genuine and sincere effort to ensure security of lives and property of citizens across the state. Commissioner of Police, Sokoto State Police Command Kamaluddin Okunola said over 60 of the arrested suspects have been arraigned in court. Representative of the village head, Aminu Bunun Dambua, expressed delight on the recent development, describing it as an action they have been waiting for decades. In Sokoto, Dalat Abdullahi, NTA News.
Wife of Sokoto State Governor Maria Aminu Waziri Tambol is to evolve more programs aimed at improving the lives of orphans and women in the state. Maria stated this while speaking at a reception she organized in honor of orphans and women. Sheikh Muhammad Detti reports.
The Salah reception was really a happy moment for the children, women, and vulnerables. The aim is to put smiles on their faces, especially during the festive period. They were given enough food, drinks, and souvenirs of different types. Wife of the governor, Maria Tambol, took time to go around and exchange pleasantries with the people she invited to her residence for the reception. She called on Nigerians to continue to pray to God for the country to overcome its security challenges. The governor's wife, who spoke through the State Commissioner, Science and Technology, Kula Haruna Abubakar, appreciated women's continued support.
This government is the people's government. The government that believes in carrying everybody along. The government that shows concern for its citizens. The government that is ever ready to listen to the yearnings and aspirations and complaints of the people.
The reception featured debate competition and presentations by children. In Sokoto, Show Mohammedetti, NTA News.
And that's it from here. Nationwide continues in Ibadan after this break. Please stay tuned.
A new edition of TV Guide is out exclusively with Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State.
Since assuming office, our rescue administration has pursued the path of peace and reconciliation and restored confidence among people of different ethnic, religious, and political persuasions. Peace is back on the plateau. We are building world-class infrastructure in roads and opening up opportunities for innovation.
The edition is a compendium of mind-blowing stories for your reading pleasure, ranging from entertainment, economy, sports, media, politics, family, and lots more. Pick up a copy and keep abreast with issues and trending features within our space. TV Guide, very incisive, very educative and comprehensive. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or any NTA station nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
Dear compatriots, our country can be as great as we want.
Let us all commit ourselves to its greatness.
We must be willing to set aside our differences, unite and stay as one.
In our expansive landmass, human and material resources, and plurality lies our strength.
Let our challenges lead us to rediscover our common ground, and together, let's find solutions.
This will take some time, so it requires patience, tolerance, and forgiveness from every one of us.
Let all hands come on deck to protect and transform our country.
Let us unite and see each other not as adversaries, but as brothers and sisters.
Together, we can build a better Nigeria for ourselves and for the next generations.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, with support from Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
The future belongs to those who leverage on digital innovations. Digital Peers International presents DigiTest Online 2021, an online summer camp that brings ages 8 to 18 together across Nigeria, Canada, US, and more countries. Team Digital Skills Pathway to Prosperity. Date 8 to 16 August 2021. At DigiTest, kids and teens will unearth their potential to create digital products with possibilities of making profits online. Participation would be virtual with few physical non-residential at the DigiTest Center, Abuja, and we all enjoy a level playing field to compete with students across the globe. Lots of prizes to be won. Give your kids an opportunity of a lifetime today for only 5,000 Naira for virtual and 20,000 Naira for physical. To register, visit our website at www.digitalpeers.org/digitestonline2021 or call 08077823307 or 08077823308.
Thank you for staying tuned and welcome to Ibadan. Peaceful coexistence among citizens, irrespective of ethnic or religious affiliations, has been identified as pivotal to sustainable growth and development of any community. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak emphasized this while charging members of the newly inaugurated Ofainrile Crisis Committee on finding a permanent solution to the long-standing crisis between the two communities. Raliat Ibrahim has the report.
The committee is expected to harness every possible avenue to bring genuine brotherhood to both communities. Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak charged the committee to do their all to profile lasting solutions to the perennial crisis that has claimed lives and destroyed people's property for decades. He reiterated that government has no interest in supporting any community, charging members of the panel to do what other panels constituted in the past could not do, which is to end the feud.
As I wish you success in the task ahead,
I urge you to put your professionalism, wealth of experience to bear, as well as justify the confidence the government and the good people of Kwara State have reposed in you. It's our hope that your report will be timely and find a lasting solution to the crisis.
Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, who attended the inauguration, commended the governor for his sense of duty and the historic step to break the ice and urged the two communities to agree to a peace deal. Chairman of the committee and former governor of Kwara State, Cornelius Adebayo, promised that the committee will do its best to make the government and the people proud. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
Kwara State government is to commence an education trust fund to mobilize resources for school infrastructure, provide affordable and qualitative education, as well as boost human capital development in the state. Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak disclosed this in Ijagbo Onyo local government area of Kwara State at the inauguration of an Information and Communications Technology ICT Center. Raliat Ibrahim again has the details.
The Kwara State Education Trust Fund Bill was recently sent to the State House of Assembly, which when passed into law will ensure direct private sector contributions into schools. This Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak assures will bring sustainable partnership with the private sector, philanthropists and corporations to fund school infrastructure, manpower development and build a brighter future for the Kwara child.
What else can you give your community better than education? And this is what he has done. It's just laying a very, very strong foundation for the young ones.
The ICT Center and the Central Administrative Block, both situated in Ansarudin College, Ijagbo, were conceived as part of its social responsibility, adding that government alone cannot satisfy every demand for basic amenities from different communities. He commended Governor Abdurazak for prioritizing infrastructural growth and human capital development across the nooks and crannies of the state. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
The All Progressives Congress APC has won all the 20 chairmanship seats in Ogun State Local Government Council elections held on Saturday, July 24th across the state. The chairman of Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission, Babatunde Oshibodu, who announced the results Sunday afternoon, said the APC won all the 20 chairmanship and 236 councillorship positions in the elections, which he adjudged to be fair, credible and violence-free. He commended all the returning officers for being thorough and professional in their duties, which he noted contributed largely to the success of the exercise. It is expected that all the elected chairmen and vice chairmen will be sworn in tomorrow in Abeokuta, the state capital, by Governor Dapo Abiodun. And that's it from Ibadan. Ayodiji, it's back to you.
Thanks, Kemi, in our Ibadan Network Center. Latest figures by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, confirms 272 new cases of COVID-19 in the country. The cases were reported in 9 states. Lagos has 182 cases, which is the highest, followed by Rivers on 34, Ondo 24, Oyo 10, Abia and Ogun 7 cases each, Ekiti 5, Delta 2 and Plateau State 1 case. The 272 new cases bring the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 170,895. 164,788 cases have been discharged, with 2,132 deaths recorded so far from the virus in the country. Not less than 900,000 children and 30,000 pregnant women across the 18 local government areas of Cross River State are expected to benefit from the nutritional supplements and other health interventions to reduce child and mother mortality in the state. Wife of the state's governor, Dr. Linda Ayade, said this in Calabar during the flag-off of the 2021 Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week, an inactivated polio vaccination. Paul Abel reports.
The flag-off ceremony, which took place at a densely populated Hausa Fulani community known as Bogobri in Calabar, is geared towards eradicating vaccine-preventable diseases, as well as fighting common causes of death in pregnant women and children. The event also gives government the opportunity to create awareness and sensitize the people on unwholesome cultural practices, with focus on rural areas, while encouraging pregnant women to take advantage of health facilities within their domain.
The health centers are there, everywhere is activated, it's active. Make sure you take your children there. Every child in Cross River State must be fully immunized, because we do not want to hear the issue of polio or any other childhood diseases.
Basically, equity is the watchword, and universal health coverage is our mission, is our goal. We want to be able to provide quality healthcare services to all the women and children, and indeed everyone in Cross River State. That's why we have the health insurance scheme. That's why we have programs which are targeted at the grassroots. This is just symbolically flagged off here, but every village, every community, every ward in Cross River State will be receiving free services for mother and children targeted at improving their health.
As part of measures to ensure that we do not record any case of polio, they decided that the IPV2 should be introduced.
Children were also given vitamin A supplements and administered inactivated poliomyelitis, while pregnancy kits were also distributed to expectant mothers. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
The first ever Nigerian Christian pilgrimage to the Kingdom of Jordan has commenced with the airlift of more than 200 pilgrims from the Yakubu Gowon Airport, Haipang, Jos, Plateau State. In his farewell address to the pilgrims, Governor Simon Lalong charged them to pray for the peace, unity and prosperity of the country. The reports.
This maiden airlift of pilgrims by the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission to the Kingdom of Jordan has pilgrims from Bauchi, Gombe and Plateau states. The commission appreciates President Muhammadu Buhari for the privilege, saying the choice of Jordan to perform the 2020 pilgrimage was necessitated by the lockdown in Israel.
We are still monitoring the development there, as we are hopeful that Israel will open its door for the 2021 pilgrimage starting from November to December this year, 2021.
Governor Simon Lalong urged the pilgrims to conduct themselves peacefully and remain the country's ambassadors in the Holy Land.
We should see this as an opportunity to develop yourselves spiritually and grow closer to God. Pilgrimage is not a jamboree or an exercise for frivolity. It's deeply spiritual exercise that connects people to the Christian faith by offering them an opportunity to see, feel, and touch some of the accounts rendered in the Holy Bible.
Goodwill messages came from representatives of Bauchi and Gombe State governors, Plateau State Christian Pilgrims Board, and the Bongom Jos, as the CAN president, Reverend Samuel Ayokunle, who is the leader of the delegation, prayed for successful pilgrimage. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
Leadership of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NAITI, is aligning with Rotary Club and other non-governmental organizations to further actualize federal government's mandate on poverty reduction and development of rural communities in the country. The synergy is coming on the heels of an investiture of new leadership of the Rotary Club of Abuja downtown. Charles Alpha reports.
They are known for their selfless services in promoting peace, fighting diseases, and providing clean water to billions of people who did not have access to adequate sanitation facilities, saving mothers and children while mobilizing help for the poor and the less privileged are also some of the humanitarian services Rotary clubs and civil society organizations are rendering to make the society a better place. The Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NAITI, understands the huge impact being made by these groups and reckons funds from oil, gas and mining are tailored towards empowering the underprivileged.
If we are talking of reducing poverty in our midst, which has implication for security and insurgency. The work of Rotary and NTA, we can explore areas of cooperation.
Philanthropists at the investiture of the fourth and first female presidents of the Rotary Club of Abuja downtown are ready to advance the cause of humanity at any given time.
Charity is my passion. Charity is my love. And everything about charity is what I go for.
I am also committed to charity works to serve the world, especially the less privileged.
They believe the new leadership can consolidate on the critical roles Rotary clubs are playing to complement government's efforts in Nigeria. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Students who are engaged in practical entrepreneurship education in secondary schools say they have developed different economically viable skills which are already putting food on their tables, and the fortune has gradually taken some financial burden off their parents. Kelvin Samuel reports that some of them in Uyo, Akwa Ibom states say they are already considering future careers in their various areas of the entrepreneurial skills.
In time past, persons with senior secondary education certificate could easily fit in anywhere, either as a private entrepreneur or gainfully employed. However, all that seemed to be fading away, even with government effort in encouraging entrepreneurial education, especially from primary to secondary schools, with the hope that it will help young people acquire relevant skills, knowledge, and motivation for self-reliance in the face of obvious lack of white-collar jobs. Like this set of students trained in tailoring, graphic designing, soap making, fishery, among others, as they share the benefit of their various skills and how it has been helping them, especially during hot days.
As I'm talking to you now, I don't buy any soap again in the market because I can do the soap very well with my hands.
As I'm standing here, I have my own workplace at home. I use it to develop myself.
I can also be doing this as a work, also to pay my school fees.
An expert in school administration, Effion Jacob, while speaking on the importance of practical entrepreneurship education for the youth, called on government at all levels to ensure that schools are implementing this policy, which will help reduce the rate of unemployment in the country.
It is very beneficial to the student today, and even when they leave school, even those that will proceed to the teaching institutions, they will have business of their own and have the mindset that they can make it in life, even without depending on white-collar jobs.
Entrepreneurship education was introduced to help reduce overdependence on white-collar jobs and improvement in the overall national development. However, most schools today are only concerned with the theoretical aspect, when indeed it is the practical skills that are required. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
And now sports, where France have beaten the United States 83-76 points in their opening game of the basketball event of the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games to end the 25-game winning streak for the Yankees, who lost for the first time since the 2004 Athens Olympics Games. Now let's join Amanzi Marcos for more on sports updates, including D-Tigers.